Hello and welcome to Man Plays Game. It's time for another episode of my 5 Under 5 series, where I take a look at some of the newest indies selling for $5 or less and let you know if you should play or pass. Now, in no particular order, we have Stowaway by Sandstorm Studios Incorporated. Stowaway is an online multiplayer that is essentially Among Us in the style similar to Sea of Thieves. You play as a sailor or a stowaway on a sailboat in the open sea. The sailor's goal is to repair the ship and reveal the stowaway, while the stowaway's goal is to eliminate the sailors before the ship reaches its destination. Repairing the ship consists only of fixing leaks, which is very repetitive. Depending on how damaged the ship is, your speed will be faster or slower, and it seems no matter how fast you repair the ship keeps respringing leaks, so the point of doing the repairs is to maintain a decent speed to reach the shore faster. Unlike Among Us, Stowaway gave in-game voice chat, which can be a blessing or a curse. Only time will tell. Personally, I found it to be fun. A big drawback though is the Stowaway can also do repairs. This makes it very difficult, almost impossible, for a player to catch someone without witnessing the murder. But that's why the voice chat is appreciated. All in all, this game brings less to the table than its inspiration and costs exactly the same amount. Just go buy Among Us. Pass. Up next we have StarPrey by Narayana Walters. StarPrey is a top-down shooter with physics-based dogfighting that encourages replay through better completion time. And speed is the name of the game. Think Asteroids meets Geometry Wars, only much, much faster. The controls are deceptively simple. You control everything with the mouse. Moving the cursor makes the ship move in that direction. The farther the cursor from the ship, the faster the ship will travel there. Once it reaches the cursor, the ship will stop. The left mouse button fires, and luckily it auto-fires if you hold it down, and the right mouse button will lock in your velocity so you can strafe. To amp up the chaos, there are springy barriers that act like ropes in a wrestling ring. You can speed into one and bounce back with the same speed. This is a hazard though, as much as a bonus. Without quick reflexes, you can easily bounce into an asteroid or an enemy. The challenge comes from being able to quickly switch from strafe to flight while avoiding hitting anything and destroying your targets, sometimes within 1 to 2 seconds. The game is relentlessly fast-paced, so it took me some time to get used to it. Eventually I was able to reach the main boss and start the speedrun all over again. StarPrey is a simple game that is deceptively challenging, and if you like fast-paced arcade-style action, I would say it's a definite play. Third game up is Ascent by Tim Kashani. Ascent is a practice in patience and timing. Your job is to help guide a little snowball up a mountain, and this should be a clear indicator that this game is super difficult because snowballs don't roll up. Using just the left and right arrow keys, you encourage momentum to carry the snowball up shallow inclines or help speed up while hitting a downgrade. Using only this momentum, you work to launch and climb your way higher and higher. And, of course, this is much easier said than done. Ascent is unforgivingly difficult and rage-inducing. I almost stopped playing because I couldn't overcome the second obstacle after hours of trying. But I stuck with it, and eventually I beat the first stage, and what a rewarding feeling that was. That is what this game is about. Patience with failure. Learning when to move, when to wait, and reveling in the sweet, well-earned reward of success. You are not alone on this journey either. The snowball, named Snowbill, speaks to you with words of encouragement, not only to help you to continue your game, but also maybe to step away from the game. I love this touch because the game is designed to tear you down, but it doesn't want you to actually suffer from it. I have not been able to beat this game, and I don't think I will anytime soon, but for the price of admission, I would say this is a play. Although, if you are prone to rage and don't deal with failure well, this game might not be for you. Next up is What Comes After by Famitsu and Rolling Glory Jam. What Comes After is a game that tackles the difficult issue of depression, death, and suicide through a series of dialogues with ghosts. You play as Vivi, a girl that fell asleep on the train home and wakes up to find herself on a ghost train carrying the newly deceased to what comes after. This game sports some style, but there are a lot of rough edges. For instance, there is no music except for the end credits. Also, there could have easily been a conflict about her being on the train and a threat of not being able to get back, but any suspense was removed very early on in the game. This leaves Vivi the choice to sit down and wait, or to walk around talking to ghosts. The main issue is that most of the ghosts and the conversations you have are too similar. The main point of the story is repeated in almost every interaction, which robs itself of being impactful. This would have been much more effective as a children's book, and while their hearts were in the right place, I have to say that this game is a pass. Lastly, we have Astria by Remy Adriano. This game is actually free to play, so it's worth the price. But is it worth your time? Astria is a puzzle platformer following the stylings of Portal right down to the companion cube. The premise of the game is rather straightforward. You play as Gwen, a resident of the planet Astria, and legends tell of a power source in the heart of the planet, a power source that is apparently fading. You take it upon yourself to find within sacred caves a path to the source of power and hopefully save the world. More is revealed as you go deeper into the caves, and as the plot unfolds, the gameplay becomes more and more unique. Besides cubes and switches, Astria does have its own format. You can launch energy balls from your ring and activate mechanisms, manipulate sliding tile puzzles, and destroy cubes. There is also an energy grappling hook you can use to platform to faraway areas. Eventually, you have to use all of these elements together to solve some of the later puzzles. The game was short but engaging, and it didn't have any glaring faults. Although I would say that variation in cave texture would have been nice. Sometimes I got a little motion sick, and I would have to walk away. But besides that one little issue, this is a good puzzler and it's free, so go ahead and play. Well, that was another set of 5 indies for under $5. I hope you folks enjoyed the video, and please let me know what you think of these games in the comments. Thanks for watching, and take care.